It was amazing. It feels surreal to be playing in a game like this because it's something that you dream of as a kid. So now that you're actually here doing it, it's just insane. It's crazy.
Nice ball, Landon leading inside.
Coach, the opportunity to win the first state title in program history, what does that mean to you?
The fact that we get to prepare one more time, and the fact that this preparation is going to be for a state championship, it's incredible.
I can't put it into words. I've worked so hard for this. Our team's worked so hard for this, and I just wanted to make a winning play for my team. They got trust in me, and saw the ball and went and got it.
Brooks Hinson, the big three. They will play for a gold ball on Saturday.
The whole year we talk about trusting each other, so when we get in big games like this, we just go back to our foundations. That's what got us the win.
It's awesome. I don't know. I mean, I played with these guys for a long time, and accomplishing what we accomplished now is awesome. And obviously, we're so blessed.
And Coach, you guys are the reigning D2 champs. Now you're going to be competing for the Division I title.
The way the game was last year, it came down to last second shot and a 1-point win, and here we turn around and we get a 1-point win again. So proud of our guys for sticking together and trusting each other. It was really hard for us in the second half, but they stuck together and we got the W. So it's wonderful.
Wisconsin Lutheran advances to the Division I championship game.
Here are the starting lineups for tonight's Division I state championship game between the Marshfield Tigers of the Wisconsin Valley Conference and the Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings of the Woodland West Conference. First, tonight's starting lineup for the Marshfield Tigers. Starting at forward, a 6'8" junior, number 1, Chris Pohl. At guard, a 6'4" senior, number 2, Joey Ketterer. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 5, Brooks Hinson. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 11, Landon Lee. And at forward, a 6'7" junior, number 24, Valen Ramberg. Marshfield is coached by Chris Fisher. And now tonight's starting lineup for the Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings. At guard, a 6'4" senior, number 0, Alex Green. At guard, a 6'8" sophomore, number 1, Kager Knueppel. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 4, Isaiah Mellock. At forward, a 6'8" senior, number 21, Ben Langbartels. And at guard, a 6'7" junior, number 23, Zavier Zens. The head coach for Wisconsin Lutheran is Ryan Walls. Tonight's officials are Stephen Lupke from New Berlin, Tyler Moy from Mondovi, and Kent Meehee from Darlington.
All right, lineups are set. Teams are on the floor. We're ready to tip off the final championship game here on Championship Saturday. This Division I final, the Marshfield Tigers, Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings. Ball is up. Vikings control. Here we go, Nate.
Kager wins a tap right away. Got up nicely on that. See what they do. High post look again. Fake handoff.
Well, a couple of programs with vastly different experience here. The Vikings were here last year in Division II. They were champions. 3 gold balls in state history. Marshfield back for the first time since 1994. They have never won a gold ball. Alex Green, a little bully ball inside, too strong. He's going to get his own rebound.
Did a nice job of creating a little space. Got a good look. Now a second chance for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Well, here's Mellock. Inside to Kager Knueppel. Alex Green, the 3, no good. And Kager Knueppel going to have it knocked out of his hands by Ramberg. It'll stay with Wisconsin Lutheran. So a couple of second chances here for the Vikings early.
Not shy about putting it up, Alex Green. Just a simple cut to the basket there by Zens. Good defense, nice help by number 24 from Marshfield. They're half-court man, but 24 is staying in the middle, kind of staying off at 21.
Zavier Zens can't get it to go, so 3 shots for the Vikings. They come away scoreless, and here come the Tigers. Much different matchup for Marshfield tonight. They were the bigger team last night. This Wisconsin Lutheran team has a lot more size.
Yep. A lot of length. A high ball screen and roll action. Switch by Wisconsin Lutheran. That see if they take advantage of the mismatch here.
So here is Landon Lee for the Tigers. Will put up the 3.
Short.
No good. Mellock there with the rebound.
Good tough man-to-man defense.
So Landon Lee nearly knocks it away. Mellock able to control it.
They're getting up and denying those passing lanes, making them extend their offense.
Alex Green wide open 3, and this time he connects.
Great step up, nice hit.
Green 11 points in their semifinal win over Oshkosh North yesterday. An exciting game. Came down to the final shot. So here is Landon Lee for the Tigers.
Little 5-out action by Marshfield. Trying to keep them spaced out away from the basket. See if they can get a driving lane or a basket cut like that.
Brooks Hinson inside, can't get the finish.
Brooks rushed that one just a little bit. Was afraid of the length of Wisconsin Lutheran that they might block it. It was just a little too quick off the glass. Nice help by Hinson there.
Zavier Zens hits the 3, and the Vikings off to a great start.
Great job of finding the open man when they helped. Guy stumbled. Levin stumbled on defense a little bit and just couldn't get back in time. Lee.
The Vikings shot 40% from deep yesterday.
Great defensive pressure. I'm sorry. Great defensive pressure by Wisconsin Lutheran, making it really difficult for Marshfield to run offense.
Vikings jump out to the 6-0 lead now. A message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. If you're watching between games, you probably saw the piece. Our fearless director, Alan Pierce, this is his final game. Who knows where he's going to end up tonight? That's going to be fun. All right, here's your Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin trivia question. When was the only time 2 undefeated schools played in the Division I state championship game? 84, 94, 04, or 14? Guessing, my guess is it ends in a 4.
I don't have a guess.
You don't have a guess. All right.
I say 2014.
Okay. Well, we'll let that sit for a little bit. We'll come back to that in just a minute. That ball knocked away. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Screen the screener on the inbound play. Nothing out of that. Wisconsin Lutheran defended it well. They're just switching a lot of the screens right now. It's making it difficult for Marshfield to run their offense. They're going to have to look to get some slips here, or just make a play going by one guy. Like this.
Well, there's Chris Pohl right on cue. Just a little short, contested.
Got the look they wanted. Got him going to the basket. Contested hard.
A slow start for the Tigers here.
Back screen fill. Now a handoff. Fake. Got him.
Great cut. Zavier Zens is fouled inside by Landon Lee.
Landon didn't like that one. He thought he got the ball. The referee was kind of screened out on it. It's tough to not make that call when your back's to it.
And maybe unsurprising, the Marshfield crowd didn't like that either.
Zavier Zens at the line. His mom, Cammie, played Division I volleyball at South Carolina. His uncle is Jeff. Sherry is his aunt. She played at UW Green Bay and was the leading scorer there. So a family affair of Norgards here. Just a great family there. Cousins are Dawson is at Michigan Tech 6'9", and Langdon is a football player with the Badgers. So they're an athletic family.
That is an athletic family for sure. So 8-0 Wisconsin Lutheran lead. The Tigers desperately looking for something to go through on this possession.
Little flare screen look there. Good curl to the basket. Phil.
Joey Ketterer drives, is denied. And Chris Pohl gets called for the travel. He kind of bounced on his pivot foot there.
Yep, just bounced it a little bit. Unfortunate for the Tigers. They're going to pick up full court here, try to create something with their defense.
Well, this is a Marshfield group. We got 8 seniors. They've been together since 3rd grade. Their coaching staff, all Marshfield grads. These guys know each other really well.
Great catch by Zens.
The Knueppel connection here at the top of the key. And now that ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings.
I think the freshman, Hinson, looks a little more like Con.
Well, he looks exactly like Con.
And number 1 looks a little more like Mom in the face.
I was watching this game from the stands yesterday, and I thought, wow, did Con finish up at Duke and come back and get another high school game in? Knueppel, no good on the 3.
Great block out by Pole. Get that rebound. Let's see if Lee can get something going here on offense.
Yeah, Tigers having a hard time getting the ball inside.
Got the switch they wanted to number 5 to get that mismatch. And there it goes. First bucket of the game for the Tigers. Pole, they did the ball screen, knew they were going to switch, got the mismatch they wanted, and 11 made a nice pass in there. Good play by Pole.
Pole, 17 points for the Tigers in their win over Waunakee yesterday.
Nice flare screen, re-screen by Kinston. Zavier's going to kick it out right here. No, he's not. He's going to shoot it.
Oh, Zavier Zens has it knocked around, corrals, and puts it in.
Great determination by Zens. Nice kick out.
Alan Ramberg is going to be fouled.
Little hand check on the way in. Going to take a look at that first Marshfield basket of the game by Pole, taking advantage of his size, throwing at walls. Nice finish with the left hand.
All right, so the Tigers to inbound underneath their own bucket. Chris Pole stops and pops the 3, no good.
Great look, though. He faked he was going to the right to the middle, came back off a double flare screen in the corner, gets a great look and just missed it.
So Alex Green will drive the baseline, dealing with a couple of Tigers. And now Mellock will run the offense. He'll stop and hit the 3. He hit the ground, he hit the 3. And it's a 13-2 Wisconsin Lutheran lead.
Good a defense as you can have there without being called for a foul. Could have been an N1.
Chris Pole rises up and hits the shot. So Pole, a couple early buckets for the Tigers.
They need to get some stops on defense, which is not easy.
Knueppel the drive. The pitch to Zens. Nearly knocked away. Mellock the 3. No good.
Excellent fundamental basketball by Kinston there, though. He jump stops, doesn't charge, settles down, makes a nice pass, and they get a good look. Just missed it.
Ramberg working inside, lays that in. Valen Ramberg.
Speaking of fundamentals, what a great job of jump stopping, pivoting, and finishing to the inside.
7-point Vikings lead. Ramberg had 2 points in the game last night, so see if maybe he can provide a little offensive spark for this Tigers team. Meanwhile, Zavier Zens, I think that was blocked.
It was. 24 got his hand on that one. Little back screen, ball screen action. Ooh.
I don't know how he didn't get called for travel on that one.
Looked like his foot slipped again.
Have to change out the cleats on those shoes. Chris Pole can't get the take. And they'll get a foul on Knueppel underneath as he was fighting for that rebound.
Yeah, he just pushed in with his offhand a little bit. They're going to get that one.
So the Marshfield Tigers will have another shot at it when we come back. But now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back to this Division I championship. All right, time to answer some trivia. When was the only time 2 undefeated schools played in the Division I state championship game? I gave you 4 choices there. You said 2014. Were you right? No, 94.
Oh.
I was right. It ended in 4.
It did.
Nailed it.
You couldn't go wrong. You're so smart, Brad.
All right, well, that's why they keep me around or something. So that was the second foul on Kinston Knueppel, so he's going to take an early seat. We'll see a couple subs here from the Vikings.
Fake handoff.
Landon Lee, what a take. Oh, they'll get him for the charge.
If that was college, it would have counted and been an and one.
And Josiah Rice into the game, drew the charge, but he is down and in pain. Boy, that was awfully close.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Tough for the official to call. Let's see if he was right or wrong. Could have gone either way. It's a bang-bang play. Marshfield doesn't like it. Wisconsin Lutheran loves it. And that's
usually how it goes. So Rice will head to the bench. He'll get looked at, and now Landon Lee, that was his second foul already.
We're going to pick up pressure. Now just a little token to see if they make a mistake.
And Chris Fisher said this is a crew we pride ourselves on conditioning, so.
Yep.
And you got to be well conditioned at this point of the season.
Sure do.
Zavier Zens has that knocked away, but comes back to him. Alex Green, the three is good. And Alex Green.
They keep having to help inside when they get the penetration, and it leaves Green open on the top, and he's knocked down a couple of them.
Ramberg has that knocked away, and here comes Zavier Zens. The 10-point Vikings lead.
Green now 2 for 3 from three-point line, all in the top of the key, and they double Zens. 24 is going to stay in the lane. He's not going to guard Langbartles out on the perimeter. You can see him standing in the middle of the lane.
So Mellock goes down. Ball goes right to Pole, and here comes Valen Ramberg.
Nice. Great extra pass.
The three from Camden Kolstad.
Good team basketball, good jump stop, good kick out to one, and then the extra pass shooting that most coaches use, drills to work on, that extra pass shooting. Nice help by 24. That was off his leg, and they made the right call.
There's a turnover, so a little momentum for the Tigers. Let me tell you about Camden Kolstad. Averaged 1.6 on the year. He had 6 points last night and drills a big three to get a little life into this Marshfield offense.
Stepping up at the right time. Says very capable three-point shooter here in my notes, and he just showed it there.
And Coach Fisher said he takes and makes big shots.
It's nice to have those kids that aren't afraid to take it, especially if they make some of them.
Here's Landon Lee on the drive.
Nice.
And what a dish to Brooks Hinson.
Hinson snuck underneath. Lee with great vision to find him at the right time, and a nice finish by Marshfield, who's clawing back into this thing.
The Tigers are clawing. Nicely done.
Well done. Nice flare screen.
Wide open three. Riley Walls, coach's kid.
So they're sagging off of Langbartles a little bit. So he sets a flare screen, and then the help's not there. Really nice shot by Walls.
Brooks Hinson trying to answer, can't get it to go. Walls there with the rebound.
Oh, great cut.
Ooh, great defense from Valen Ramberg to recover and knock that ball away.
Ramberg is having a nice little stint here. Well done on both ends of the floor. Now we're going to go inside to Hinson.
Hinson has it knocked away. They'll fight for it. Knueppel able to grab it.
Great help by Knueppel. Nice job getting on the floor. So long and active.
Tigers lucky they didn't get a foul there.
Curl and fill. Do a ball screen.
Alex Green thought about the three. He'll drive.
Looking to hook there.
And Valen Ramberg, Chris Pole with the double team and force another turnover.
Ramberg's hoping for a timeout here. He's been playing his tail off, and he's doing a really good job. See that? The Tigers with the tail again? There we go.
We're just getting started. 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
Great cut.
Inside to Brooks Hinson. Going to work on Knueppel. The kick out, Camden Kolstad, the sophomore.
But sometimes you get down that low and you think you have to shoot it. Hinson's such a smart player. He found the right guy, kicked it out, and hit another three for Marshfield.
So now a 5-point game. The Tigers have found some success kind of flooding the paint, knocking some balls away down there.
Push.
And now Zavier Zens called for the offensive foul.
And Zavier doesn't like that one, but when you're competitive like that, you're going to find a way to get in there. He did push a little bit, and they called it.
So a quick start from the Vikings, but the Tigers trying to make this a game. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Back at the Kohl Center, rocking out to the air guitar cam. And it has been quite a start for Wisconsin Lutheran. Look at that, 5 of their 6 made field goals coming from deep. Marshfield getting some work done inside.
Sure are. Just one made 2-point field goal for Wisconsin Lutheran at this point. Incredible with the size that they have, but Marshfield just so tough on defense. A lot of toughness in both teams.
The Vikings shooting 63% from deep. Landon Lee touched every bit of that rim, gets it to go.
Oh, Landon Lee.
The steal.
Pick it out. There you go.
Here's Brooks Hinson now.
Nice job of just turning around and stealing it after a made basket.
So this was a 10-point ball game. Lee was trying to make it. Oh, Hinson almost tied it.
Wow.
Alex Green comes away with it.
Great toughness, couple great looks there. Good set play. Love to have Green on the top. The catch, that back screens.
Riley Walls can't get it to go. Chris Cole with the rebound.
Let's see what Marshfield draws up here. Coach Fisher's calling out a set.
So a 10-3 run for the Tigers over the last 4 minutes and change to pull them within 3. Landon Lee pulls it even at 19.
I think one of the coaches must have said something to him during the timeout because he has come out with some fire in this set. Just a simple ball screen, but he knew he was shooting it. He didn't have the confidence to hit that one. So butt screen on the way
is that a technical term, butt screen?
Well, it actually is.
All right, there you go. Kager Knueppel inside to give the Vikings the lead.
Sometimes that's considered an illegal screen by sticking it out there. It does create space. Nice play on the finish there.
So Landon Lee going back to work. Chris Cole, the 3, and that was a beauty.
That is big time. I mean, that's coming off almost like J.J. Redick used to. Quick on that turn. That is not an easy shot. Wow, to take the lead.
So Marshfield now 22-21, their first lead of the game. Comes nearly 15 minutes into the first half. Great credit to this poised Tiger group to withstand that first punch. Kager Knueppel, though, so we're not going anywhere.
No, it's going to be back and forth. Hope it stays this way the whole game. It's a lot more fun when it does.
Now we've had some great games here today over the course of this tournament. A lot of games that have come down to the final shot.
Only one seed has won today, correct?
That is correct. Landon Lee, the 3.
Little dribble to his right, sweep back to his left, pull, and drills the 3 from the top of the key. Great shot. Lee is really stepping up.
Now Cochran Fountain City in Division 5 was the 1 seed. They won this morning, and that's been it. 2, 3, and 4 all saw the 1 seed go down. Kinston Knueppel, the 3, no good.
Wisconsin Lutheran will try to break that trend tonight. Ooh, that's a foul.
And a foul. Well, the 2025 WIAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here, stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. A proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award for over 50 years. The Tigers have roared all the way back. They have the lead. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Marshfield in the lead, 25-23. And it's been the tale of the three-pointers tonight for both of these teams.
Both of the teams are really tough, but you can see last night 5 of 17 for Marshfield. Already have made that tonight 5 for 9. Last night Lutheran 6 for 15, already 5 for 10. So they're on pace to have a lot better night shooting the ball. All right, you're going to see Lutheran come out on a 1-3-1 zone right now. Kager coming up, Zens backing off.
Little two-man game between Hinson and Lee.
Just trying to get comfortable right now with it, see what they can get.
Brooks Hinson, the three, no good. And it'll go out of bounds to the Vikings. Well, don't forget to stick around for the Jones Dairy Farm halftime report coming up at the end of the half. Nicole Sedevy going to catch up with both coaches. We're going to get some halftime entertainment from Carly Murata. Stats, highlights. It's a wonderful production we put on.
Yes, it is. It really is something. Top notch. Kager out the top with a little ball screen to the left. Kick out. Oh, that's a carry. The coach wanted it. Nice screen on top by Kinston. Try to get it into his brother.
So here is Kinston Knueppel, the three, a little too strong. Brooks Hinson, the rebound.
Before we went to break, Walls fouled on purpose to get number 4 back into the game, which took us to break. Right on schedule.
Right on schedule, that's right. So under a minute to play here in the first half, an entertaining ball game in this Division I final.
So Lutheran goes 1-3-1 the possession before. Gets a stop on a missed 3 by Hinson, who will
drive and kick. Joey Ketterer, the 3.
So 2 comes in and drills that 3. Nice spot up. Great play by Hinson with his vision.
Ketterer had 3 last night and tonight. And they'll get a foul call underneath.
You're going to see Hinson here with a nice little drive and kick action. Great vision to see that. Sees the help come in. Kick out for bringing that 3. Okay, let's see if they get the last shot here.
All right, 15 seconds left. Well, Alex Green caught underneath, and they'll get Kolstad for the foul. So 8.2 seconds. Still a couple of fouls to give here for the Tigers so they can continue to be aggressive.
It's the third one. A double screen for Zens on the inbound play.
Zens a wide open Knueppel, the 3 hits it. And that will end a very entertaining first half here in this Division I championship. Marshfield, the 28-26 lead. Great kick and find from Zens.
That looks familiar. That looks like a mini version of Knueppel, and that's really what it is. Nice little pennant pitch for Kinston to finish the half. 28-26.
So it's a 17-7 run to end the half for Marshfield to get them back into the game and give them the lead here as we head into halftime.
As we talked about, they just grind it out. Both teams are doing that, and Marshfield is just starting to make shots.
All right, we're going to hear from Marshfield head coach Chris Fisher. For that, we'll send it over to Nicole Sedevy.
Thanks, guys. Coach Fisher shooting 55% from three-point range after not making a bucket the first 5 minutes. What do you think of your team's response offensively?
Yeah, once we got the lid off the bucket, we started playing a little bit more loose, a little bit more free, and our guys are just making some really well-challenged shots, but they're going in for us. Got a lot of confidence right now, but we got a long way to go.
Looking forward to the second half. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks. Roll Tigers.
Brad?
Roll Tigers. Every time he's done an interview, we've heard that from him. All right. Jones Dairy Farm halftime report on the other side of this break, but now a message from our statewide. Wisconsin Lutheran trailing by 2 as we get ready to start the second half. Let's hear from head coach Ryan Walsh. For that, we'll send it over to Nicole Zavier.
Coach Walsh, a majority of your points is coming from beyond the arc. What's clicking for your shooters?
Well, you know, if they're going to pack it in that tight, we got to be able to hit down some threes. I think that that's how they got themselves going, right? They hit 6 threes in the first half. Pretty good clip for them. So if it's going to be tough inside, both teams are going to have to hit some outside shots. We got to find a way to rebound a little better. I think we only had 1 rebound on the offensive end. We got to find a way to get to the glass.
Yeah, expand upon your defense a bit for me. They're shooting 55% from beyond three-point arc. What more do you want to see from that group?
Well, 55% is pretty good now. So I think we just got to tighten up a little bit and just make sure that we get to the shooters just a little bit earlier. They hit some tough ones. We'll be okay in the second half.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Nicole, thank you very much. She mentioned just 1 offensive board, only 2 for Marshfield. When your teams are shooting 55% for the Tigers and 50% for Wisconsin Lutheran, there's just not a lot of rebounds to be had, period.
Great interview there by Coach Walls and by Nicole. It was excellent. Just kind of the stuff we were talking about. Another good 3 here out of the 1-3-1.
Joey Ketterer draws the foul, so he misses the 3, but he'll get a chance to shoot 3 at the free throw line.
To see a look at that, I didn't quite catch it. I was screened out here. But 4 came out probably a little too hard on the 1-3-1. Like he hit the shooter number 2. Ketterer for another one at the line. Shooting 3. This could take a bit.
So a good Marshfield shot 22 free throws last night. That was their first attempt on the night tonight.
And not a lot of fouling going on right now. We don't really have anybody in foul trouble.
So Ketterer good on the second one. He's an 85% free throw shooter on the year.
Got Lee with 2 fouls is the only foul trouble in the game, really.
He is a great shooter. He actually shot 62% from three-point in conference games this year.
He's upset with himself for missing that first one. Yeah, always want to make all 3, but it isn't as easy as it seems sometimes.
Well, he hits 2, expands the lead to 4 for Marshfield.
Running their offense to the high post again.
Alex Green thought about the 3, hit a couple in the first half. Instead, into Kager, guarded by Ketterer.
Really
now
physical.
Green will take the 3, no good. And that ball is fought for. Ramberg, and here comes Chris Cole. Luckily, Landon Lee there to bring it in. Cole is disappointed in himself.
Cole just kind of lost his balance on the way up a little bit. Sometimes your leg gives out. Not that I would really know, but
Cole 3 is no good. I'm right there with you, Nate.
Anybody doesn't know
right
I'm 5'8", and
I'll tell you what, I put on a pretty good show on my kid's Fisher-Price
right.
bucket. That's about it.
Drop her down to 8 feet and then we'll get some action. Too bad for Pole on that one. Again, running through the high post. It'll look Zens inside. The help comes again, but he finishes this time.
Zens a great position underneath.
I think Coach Walls talked about it during the interview with Nicole about trying to get some stuff inside, but if they pack it in too much, then they'll kick it out. But that time he finished over 2 guys. Again, back to the 1-3-1 defense for Wisconsin. Lutheran wanted a lob there and didn't see it. Cole wanted that lob. He wants it again, that cross-court diagonal pass. Now he's going to get it and drill the 3.
Chris Pole in the corner, too strong, but Ramberg there for the offensive board.
Ramberg is coming up big again. Another offensive rebound here. They'll reset against the 1-3-1. There's the cross-court diagonal pass I was talking about. Now they're going to trap him in a long pass.
And that is taken away. Zavier Zens able to grab it.
He's okay there because he wasn't over all the way. Everybody's going to want an over and back there, but it's not. That's a charge.
And Mellock with the charge, Landon Lee. As you said, he's got the 2 fouls, but able to draw that charge. Maybe a little vindication from his charge he had earlier.
Yeah, people are going to say he wasn't set or whatever, but Ford just dropped the shoulder way too much and went in with way too much contact. All right, 1-3-1 look again. There it is. Nice pass by Lee.
Joey Ketterer, the 3 in the corner.
You see just that little look to the left. fake to the left, right over the top, and then you throw this no-look skip pass for the 3 to number 2. What a great play. Kid's an awesome player.
5-point Marshfield lead. You don't see the no-look skip pass very often here, do you?
No.
Mellock inside. Great cut, great finish.
Great vision by Green. A nice cut by Mellock. Back to the 1-3-1 again. Good pass fake. Good fundamental basketball. There's that. Cross-court pass diagonal again, and another 3 for Pole. This time
hits the 3. The Tigers on fire from deep.
And I think that Wisconsin Lutheran's probably going to come out of the 1-3-1 next time down.
Yeah, the Tigers look awfully comfortable against it.
Sure do. Langbartles does not look like he wants to shoot the 3.
Oh, he's a 15% three-point shooter on the year. So
that makes sense.
That might be part of it. Couple putbacks. Kager Knueppel gets the second one to go.
Great job. Going at the basket. Getting the rebounds. See if they go over the top again on this diagonal pass. See, Lee wanted to.
So they stay in the zone. And that ball knocked away as Brooks Hinson was trying to dribble in.
Staying with the 1-3-1. Hoping they're going to get him to miss some shots or get some turnovers, make some mistakes. So ball screen and roll action, ball screen and pop action. Good defense.
Alex Green driving, kicking. Langbartles spinning and gets it to go.
Good no call there. Guy tried to, fell down too early. Nice job spin move.
So Langbartles, a kid who's been in this program since 3rd grade. Had some issues with his confidence, dipped a little bit, but he's made his comeback, and nice bucket here on the state stage. Landon Lee, a 3!
It's an outstanding pass by Pole there. Recognition, knowing that they're coming down hard on him. He kicks it back out to Lee for a nice 3.
9 of 16 from deep are the Tigers.
Like the man-to-man here for the Tigers with 24. Ramberg staying inside to help, and he's going to run to help here. Now we get the cut by a jump ball or a foul. One ref had a jump, the other one had the foul. And the one who was closer is the one who's going to make the call.
So that'll be a foul on Chris Pole. That is his 3rd. And we will head to a break. A message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Well, the Marshfield Tigers have hit nothing but 3s here in the second half. 9 for 16, and they are approaching a Division I state record in a single game, 12 set by Marquette last year. Trying to dethrone Marquette. They were just 5 of 17, 29% from deep last night. 56% tonight.
Unbelievable, huh? It's amazing what a difference a night can make.
Zavier Zens gets it to go inside. So the Vikings are finding some room down in the paint to maneuver a little bit more than they saw in the first half.
Yep, not quite as much help there. Nice little spin, dance move by Zens to finish. Get on the dance cam, maybe.
There we go. But I suppose the Tigers think if we're going to hit 3s, we'll give up 2s.
Yeah. Another step back.
Landon Lee, no good. And that's knocked out of bounds. It'll go to the Vikings.
Hinson's confused there. He thought they hit it out, but not the referee.
So Riley Walls will control for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Calling the elbow. Screen, UCLA screen to get it inside. Hinson really working hard to get around him, and Zens turns and says, I'm tougher and stronger than you.
13 for Zavier Zens, 5 of 7 shooting for the outstanding junior who averages about 22 a game. Already got offers from UW Green Bay, Stetson, Toledo.
As he should. He's a heck of a player. A lot of toughness, a lot of athleticism, but a really smart player as well. So we're going to see a double Ooh, that's a foul.
Landon Lee, the take.
Nice play, played right through it. Went up strong and finished that layup.
It's the second time Lee has put in a bucket that's touched about every inch of that rim.
Right? It all looks like a swish in the books.
So a rare two-pointer from the Tigers. That's their first of the second half. And the lead back to 3.
Some of these back screens to get them into a post. And we're going to get some help here by Ramberg. Great pressure defensively by the Tigers.
Zens and Hinson going at it down under there. Knueppel to Zens in the corner. The 3 is no good. Rebound.
Great hustle by everybody.
Riley Walls ends up with it.
Wow. Charge.
Oh, they'll get the blocking foul.
That's
on
huge.
Chris Cole. Yeah. And that is his 4th foul.
Coach Fisher is not like that one.
That's just his 2nd foul. I apologize there. All right, a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. I have seen some well-dressed guys here at the state tournament. Perhaps none more than that.
That is
actually
fantastic.
asked them, there's 2 of them.
Wow.
And I asked them where they got the jackets. Is it special order, specially made? No, Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
So if you want that style, you can find it on Amazon yourself.
Outstanding. These would be good ones to get for a golf outing to have like your Masters jacket.
Well, 15 of 28 from the field for both of these teams.
So that back screen to get Kager into the post again. Get the handoff. Fake handoff to Zens. Now we're going post again. Well, Hinson has worked so hard on defense. Bouncing around like a pinball off that screen by Kinston there. Oh, nice behind the back.
Kager Knueppel
took one in the nose.
The 2025 WIAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Landon Lee working inside the kiss off the glass.
He wanted that one right from the beginning. He had number 2 come over to him. He said, give me a ball screen here. He was going to go make a play, and he did.
15 points for Landon Lee on the night. Isaiah Mellock inside. He is fouled. I think that'll go on Landon Lee. That would be his 3rd foul. So Kager Knueppel, great work inside.
Great job hanging in the air. Nice behind the back dribble. Took it up strong. Took one on the nose. Was grabbing himself after that. Those don't feel good.
So Isaiah Mellock, a senior, averages a little over 11 points a game. Yeah, good on the first free throw.
Swish.
Alex Green checks back in for Riley Walls. Mellock, a 3-year varsity player for these Vikings. Of course, part of that championship team last year in Division II. They move up to Division I and have looked really, really good.
Yes, they have.
Mellock hits both. We're back to a 1-point ball game.
We'll see if the 3 fouls on Lee come into play at all. They're going to keep him in the game.
Well, they want to because Lee has scored the last 7 here for Marshfield.
Come off a double screen. Kick it out. Don't get it.
Joey Ketterer, the wide open 3, bounced in and out. And the Vikings a chance to take the lead. Zens fell down, able to give it to Knueppel. And inside to Mellock. Mellock gets it to go.
Right at Lee on purpose, trying to draw the foul. Good no call by the official. He wanted a push off. The official says, Mr. Luke, he says no. Play on.
So Wisconsin Lutheran back in the lead for the first time since the first half. And Landon Lee says,
right back at
We'll take it back.
Yep.
Landon Lee, a man possessed here tonight.
Yes, tremendous mental toughness.
Zens inside, gets through that mountain of Tigers.
Terrific jump stop, spin, and finish.
All tied at 46. What a game.
Good screen by Hinson.
Ramberg in.
Hinson set a great screen there. They couldn't get through it, and Ramberg took advantage of it right to the basket.
Hinson's been doing a lot of that stuff. He's normally their leading scorer, has just 2 on the night.
He's getting guarded hard, and they have to go other places because of that.
Seeing his teammates step up in a big way. 48-46.
It's a hook on 2, but they didn't call it.
Joey Ketterer.
He grabbed him right under the arm there. Ref didn't see it. No call. No big deal. Play on.
You might have seen Kager there. He's got the nose plug, so he took that one in the nose earlier.
Yep.
Zavier Zens the 3, no good. There's Ramberg with the rebound.
Great look. Just missed it. Marshfield up 2 here. They're not going to guard Ramberg out. Well, they are. Surprises me. They were leaving him earlier.
So here's Hinson driving, dishing.
Another dribble almost there. Weird look. Good patience this time by Marshfield. Nice flare screen by Pole to give Hinson a good look.
3.
Heck of a flare screen. Nice pass.
That was 11 made threes for Marshfield.
1 away from the record.
1 off the record. Set 1 whole year ago by Marquette in this Division I tournament. Mellock loses it inside. Lee comes away.
Mellock was trying to get Lee to pick up his 3rd foul, and to no avail. What a great play by Lee to back up and grab the ball at the same time. Now we're seeing a set here, Pole to the top, little curl cut. And
Brooks Hinson can't get it to go. Great look.
Great hustle back. Hinson's a little tired right now.
Alex Green inside, going to work on Chris Pole.
So fundamental. We got a timeout by Wisconsin Lutheran.
30-second timeout.
So a battle here at the Kohl Center in this Division I championship. Marshfield, the 3-point lead over Wisconsin Lutheran. Let's take a look at that pass. What a find there.
Outstanding set there. Just a flare screen. Knew he was going to throw that right away. And then a great play by Alex Green with his footwork again. Just spins and finds it at the right moment. He just does a great job under there with his footwork.
Well, we talked about at the half, 6 of 9 field goals made in the first half for Wisconsin Lutheran came via the 3. They haven't hit 1. All 11 of their field goals here in the second half have come via the 2.
Yeah, you can see Coach Walls talk to them at halftime. They talked about it a lot, I'm sure, and they're pounding it inside. They're trying to take advantage of their size, and they're doing that right now. But to really no avail. I mean, other than they're getting higher percentage, but Marshfield's knocking down their shots on the other end. It's just a great back and forth game. Going to be a great finish, I think.
Marshfield still shooting 55% from deep. 11 of 20.
That's not real.
You're going to have a night like that? This is a good place to have a night like that.
Sure is. I was listening to Kenny Smith talk earlier about it's hard to. Oh, nice dish.
Oh, Ramberg.
Too bad.
Probably one move too many, has that ball stripped away. You want to see him go up right away there?
Yep. Just let the defense come in. And a great job by the defense coming in there quickly. You can't take your time in this game on that.
Alex Green will give it to Knueppel. Kager inside, and what a finish from Kager Knueppel.
Deceivingly quick. He's got the long legs, long arms. It makes it look like he's not that quick, but he really is. He's hard to guard. Just long, lanky, great skill.
So a 1-point Marshfield lead, under 5 minutes to go.
That'll help him.
And we'll get a timeout from Marshfield. Joey Ketterer didn't like what he saw, so
30-second timeout here.
So what is your message to the Tigers here as you're in this huddle? We take another look at Kager.
We're probably going to have 24 help outside the lane on that. I mean, if he's gonna stay in the lane, he's kind of in no man's land there. Get outside the lane, stop that drive from happening. Maybe he doesn't drive in on that. force that kick out, make your close out, and make them shoot a three. They got to stop giving up these easy baskets. And I think that's what the message will be defensively. Offensively, it's going to be we have to help each other out. We have to work together. They're still continuing to do that and just continue to make shots, hopefully, for Marshfield. And obviously, Wisconsin Lutheran has got to contest those threes a little better.
We saw inside points there, 28-14 in favor of the Vikings, but 5 more made threes. I'm no math magician, but 15 minus 14 is 1, and that's your difference right there.
It was absolutely fantastic. Good job. My wife would be proud of you. She's a math teacher.
Well, for a journalist, I think that's pretty good.
Yep.
So here's Brooks Hinson and Landon Lee now the drive.
Lee got the step.
Poked away. They'll say it stays with the Tigers. And now we'll take a timeout. A message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back to the Kohl Center. Great Division I championship brewing here. 51-50 is your lead for Marshfield. And what a great crowd. It's been a great atmosphere at the Kohl Center all day today.
Really has. Fantastic job by the WIAA to get people here. Great basketball today.
We've had a DJ all weekend long, spinning some tunes. They were the student athlete leadership team from the WIAA throwing t-shirts out. Landon Lee making buckets. 20 points for Landon Lee. The lead is back to 3.
Tough finish by Lee.
That's 12 of those points coming here in the second half. That three no good, and who else? Landon Lee with the rebound.
Right on. Great block out by number 2, Ketterer there to get their rebound for Marshfield. All right, we got 3:47 left. Let's see if they're a little more patient here, if they keep attacking. The hands all over here. We got another finish. Unbelievable! Unbelievable finish by Landon Lee. Again, off the right side. Kiss off the glass. Unreal.
22 for Landon Lee, approaching his season high 29. And well above his average of 13 a game.
See what Lutheran comes back with here. With a ball screen high. Kager a slip to the basket. Ramberg there to help.
Alex Green strong inside. 10 points for Green.
Green just finishes through him on that one. Ramberg did a nice job of coming over, but not in time.
Green is a guy that's been battle tested. He had the winning layup in their state semi-win last year to get to the state championship game. The play where Knueppel actually fell down, and Alex Green was right there to make an incredible play and send the Vikings to the state championship. Eventual gold ball in Division II.
Lutheran picking up the pressure here. A little handsy on purpose, maybe trying to get a call or trying to get a steal, knocking them off balance. You can see the hands there.
So Landon Lee, the kick.
Back cut. Got to get it to Hinson, one of your toughest guys. Can't say he's the toughest, although he might be, but Lee sure looks like it couldn't be anybody tougher than him tonight.
And now they'll foul at Landon Lee. Just the 13th foul, so a couple more fouls to give, and we are set for a great finish here at the Kohl Center. Landon Lee taking this game over. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. So Wisconsin Lutheran here in their 5th trip to state. Look at that. Their only loss ever in the state tournament came in the 2013 title game versus Pulaski. Obviously, these kids weren't around for that, but Ryan Walls, their head coach, was.
Ironically, that's the last time that I announced games here.
Is that right?
Yep.
Were you on that game?
I was not on that game.
I was going to say, if you were, I think Wisconsin Lutheran's going to lobby hard for you to stay away from their games. So just 3 team fouls for Wisconsin Lutheran. So some fouls to give here.
Probably number 11 probably to pick up the pressure and maybe foul a little bit.
We're going to keep it out with Brooks Hinson.
There it is.
Yep. And there's Rice with the foul. So this is something we saw from the Tigers in their semifinal win yesterday over Wanakee. They built the lead and then kind of played
keep away
late.
Smart if you can do it.
Brooks Hinson able to chase that one down.
Wait for him to cut through. Don't throw it.
And they're going to get Rice on the foul.
His fourth.
Second foul.
14th foul. Okay.
Rice nearly knocked it away.
Very physical play here. Again, probably trying to foul a little bit.
Landon lead to Chris Pohl. Thank goodness he's as tall as he is. Right. That was a tall pass.
That's the reason he threw it. Oh, no!
Taken away, so the Vikings.
Oh, great
with a quick bucket. Zavier Zens makes it a one-point game.
Mellock with a terrific pass, and Coach Walls would like a timeout when they cut it to one there. What a great look. Here it is. We're going to see it again. Great vision by Mellock. Got Zens streaking down the left side. Pass by 11 to 4 Mellock, and a quick pass and finish. Great play.
Well, and there were a couple times on this Marshfield possession. Landon Lee looked like he had a fairly open lane to the bucket. Brooks Hinson looked like he did as well. And instead they pulled it out and tried to play that keep away. At one point, you got to tell the guys, maybe stay aggressive. If you've got an opening, take it.
Yeah, I just don't think they thought they had enough of an opening maybe to go take it. Just want, you know, with the 3-point lead, wanted to be a little more cautious there. We'll see what they do here with a 1-point lead. And let's see what Wisconsin Lutheran does here too. Let's see if they pick up in the full court. They go zone, they go man. Not sure what they're going to do. How many team fouls do we have?
5 team fouls for Wisconsin Lutheran.
So they got one to give. They're going to be handsy. They're going to be pretty physical. I'm sure that's what they're telling them in a huddle right now for Wisconsin Lutheran. We've got to try to come up with a steal. Don't be afraid to be really physical here, not necessarily foul, especially in the front court here, or the back court. Be handsy, be physical, get after it here, see if you can come up with a steal, and then get a good shot. All right, so we've got Pohl, Zens on Pohl, and will Pohl go deep, and then we'll bring the other guys up. Okay, that will cross
so there. Is Brooks Hinson. Mellock, by the way, 3 fouls. He's the only one on the floor with 3. So foul trouble, not super big issue right now. And we see the trap, and we'll get a timeout. So Brooks Hinson got caught in the corner.
Hinson is asking for a foul there. There's certainly a lot of contact, but they're going to let that happen right at this point in the game. So let's see what they come up with on the sideline here. They need somebody to get to the middle is what Marshfield needs on that right away. If he crosses half court, which you don't want to cross half court right by the half court and the sideline, it's like having 2 defenders once you're over there, and then they got the trap set. It's like you're in a box. You gotta find a way not to come over. You should have backed up, came over here to the middle, and then had more options. But we'll see what they come up with on the sideline out of bounds play. To see if Wisconsin Lutheran is playing on the ball, I would try to set some sort of back screen and try to get somebody going toward the basket.
So Brooks Hinson, kind of the obvious choice, right? Your senior leader, 2-time conference player of the year.
They get Lee throwing it in. So 11 is on the ball. He could set a back screen, well, although 0 is playing back. They're going to let Ramberg catch the ball.
So Ramberg will bring it in.
And that was a foul, but they didn't call it. And
Ramberg has that tipped away, and here come the Vikings.
So 50 seconds to go. And Zavier Zens is fouled by Brooks Hinson. Just the 4th team foul for Marshfield, so a couple to give there. Now Josiah Rice will head to the bench as Knueppel comes back in.
Nice job by Rice coming in there for defense. Now they're taking him out to get another guy in on offense, Knueppel. But a great job, did his role, helped them get the defensive stop they needed. Now let's see if they run their same stuff. Double screen for Kager to a handoff.
Kager guarded by Joey Ketterer. And now Zavier Zens. Inside, foul, and the bucket.
Nice set by Coach Walls coming out of that. You're going to see a double, well, you're not going to see that. You're just going to see the finish at the end. 2 guys fouled him. I'm not sure who they decided to call it out. 5 or 2.
So Ramberg will check back in for Kolstad. And Knueppel will head back to the bench as Rice comes back in.
Now let's see if Wisconsin Lutheran takes the lead here now. They took the lead. See if they kind of back off or if they keep that pressure that's been working so well for them.
Brooks Hinson fights for
First
and grabs the rebound. So 30 seconds to go. The Tigers down a point.
All right, let's see what Lee does here.
The Kohl Center comes to their feet as we get ready to close out this Division I championship game. 20 seconds and a timeout from the Tigers. They're going to talk over their plan here.
Well, not sure. I'm sure both players would like the chance to make that last shot. Number 5 Hinson and number 11 Lee, but Lee has been the hot man tonight. So we'll see. I think they're going to talk about it here in the huddle. And usually it would probably be Hinson, but the way Lee has played tonight,
it's hard to go away from him. But the one thing I always wonder about this approach, this keep away approach when you have a lead, does that affect kind of the rhythm that these guys were in? I mean, Marshfield hasn't scored in 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, it can for sure, but you just have to have the discipline to take care of the basketball. And like you said before, know when to attack. You know, they had some opportunities where maybe they could have attacked and they decided not to. Just finding that right rhythm on that can be difficult sometimes, especially in a situation like this when you're in a state title game. Lots of pressure, a lot more noise than maybe what they're used to. So a very difficult situation for those players to be put in. They haven't been in maybe that exact situation before.
Well, the Marshfield Tigers have been to state 5 times now. 1928, 1931, 1940. 1994 was their last trip here. They have no championships.
Hoping for their first one.
In a very storied program.
Number 11 comes back in for defense for Kinston Knueppel. Josiah Rice back in to play some D. Going to be physical, I'm sure.
So here comes Landon Lee. 15 seconds. Now 10 seconds here to go.
9, 8, 7, gotta go Lee.
Lee loses the ball. It's tied up. Possession arrow to Wisconsin Lutheran. 3.6 seconds to go. And they'll actually call the foul on Landon Lee.
Yep. Great strategy there by Wisconsin Lutheran, bringing in number 11 to play defense. Really good on-ball defender to guard Lee, who we thought might be the guy that they'd have try to make that play at the end. And he did a great job guarding him. You got to give him a lot of credit. Great strategy by Coach Walls and his staff. I'm sure someone said, hey, let's put this guy in. And they did that. Now we got 3.6 left. They need to get a foul right away or a steal. Let's see what Wisconsin Lutheran has. Now they got Kinston back in for offense.
And we'll get a timeout here as we're going to talk over this final 3.6 seconds. And what a game.
So Coach Walls was looking to see what setup they were going to have defensively, if it was zone or man. They're going to take a look here. There was 2 guys up, there was 2 guys back, okay, and a guy on the ball. So I'm sure he wanted to see, do they have a guy on the ball? All right, if they have a guy on the ball, that's a situation where you're probably going to have everybody kind of come up and maybe send a guy deep and then get your best free throw shooter coming at the ball.
Hey, you talk about free throw shooting. This Wisconsin Lutheran team shoots 70% as a team. Mellock is 69%. That's probably your best bet of who they have on the floor. Zens 74%. Kager 83. Alex Green 70. Kinston 77. Not many free throws this game, but both teams only missed 1.
Mellock's at 69%. He's still in the game, correct? Let's see what they did
I
here.
believe so. And Josiah Rice, if he stays in here, is a 45% three-point shooter.
He came out. They brought in Knueppel for him. So they were just checking it out. So let's see what they do. They got Green back. Okay, so got one guy back. We got 3 in the.
So here we go, 3.6 seconds to go.
Getting 2 good free throw shooters here. Oh, yeah, hold on 5.
And so the foul called, and actually a great play from Brooks Hinson. No time came off the clock there.
Yeah, that's what you wanted there if you're Marshfield. Either them not to call that. You're going to see him grab with his right arm here on the replay. He's grabbing with his right arm around the hip. Doesn't allow Zens to go get the ball.
Awfully close to turning that over.
Yes, very close, but no chance to go get it with the right arm wrapped around the hip. And it's a 1-and-1 for Zens. He shoots 74%, like you said before, Brad. And misses.
No good, and a quick timeout. So 2.9 seconds for the Marshfield Tigers.
Well, another exciting
My
finish.
goodness, no
Last
joke.
second shot type thing, or they're hoping to get a shot off with 2.9. Now, I think the ball will be underneath spot. That's they're talking about it right now. So it's going to be right there. He can't move, can't run the baseline because there was no made shot. He's got to kind of stay right there. And see if they've got kind of a Valpo play. If you've seen with the Bryce Drew thing, maybe in the past, if you're that old. I know I am. I'm not sure you are, Brad. But what they're going to do here probably is throw it deep to poles and hit either Lee or Hinson, streaking down the side to either shoot a runner or a pull-up 3, possibly. Or maybe it'll be a Christian Leitner type play where they throw it right to poles and he just turns around. We'll see what happens here. That's what I envision happening on this play with 2.9 left. Are we going to have another timeout, or what are we having here?
Well, it looks like
Lutheran has 1 timeout left, and Marshfield is out of timeouts. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Walls brings them on the floor, sees how they're set up, and if they'll draw it. He's got one of his assistants ready to draw what it looks like and calls timeout or not.
So
he's yelling no, no, no.
3 Tigers deep.
Okay, they're going for it. Here's the deep pass.
And a deep pass from Ketterer. And it goes to Alex Green. The foul, 1.3 seconds to go. Alex Green will head to the free throw line. And that will likely do it.
Not over yet. Still a prayer here. Sending the line, shooting the bonus. It'll be interesting to see if they do anything like this to just have them catch it and have to chuck it quickly, or if they make them and give them an opportunity to throw it without the clock running.
So Alex Green, 10 points on the day, has not shot a free throw. See if he's looking to make this or not. He does. So a chance to push this to a 3-point lead, and if a prayer goes in, then we go to overtime.
Be interesting to see if he just misses this on purpose.
Of course, you got to hit the rim.
Yep.
He does. The rebound to Zavier Zens, and the Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings are champions of Division I.
What an outstanding game.
An incredible end to an incredible day of basketball here at the Kohl Center. Ends with the Vikings winning their 2nd straight state championship, their 4th overall. The Marshfield Tigers come up just a little bit short. We're going to hand out some hardware in just a couple minutes, but first a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. The Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings are champions of Division I. It's time to hand out some hardware. Let's send it over to PA announcer Jim Strick.
Control invites you to participate in the award ceremony for these 2 fine teams that have just completed their tournament competition. Making the presentation tonight to the Division I teams will be Board of Control members Corey Hinkle from Luck, Kurt Cohen from Potosi, Brian Davis from Oshkosh, and Nathan Lehman from Stratford, along with WIAA Executive Director Stephanie Hauser and WIAA Assistant Director and Boys Basketball Tournament Director LeVar Ridgway. At this time, will the players from Marshfield please come forward as your name is called to receive your individual awards. Chris Pohl. Joey Ketterer. Ben Jordan. Jack Sternitsky. Brooks Hinson. Vetter McTaggart. Landon Lee. Afton Hamill. J.J. Steinbach. Camden Kolstad. Magnus Mockton. Nick Hansen. Ethan Knecht. Valen Ramberg. Jackson Wernberg. And will coach Chris Fisher from Marshfield. Please come forward to receive the team trophy. From Wisconsin Lutheran, please come forward as your name is called to receive your individual award. Alex Green. Kager Knueppel. Jordan Davila. Christian Young. Isaiah Mellock. Riley Walls. Josiah Rice. Malcolm Campbell. AJ Duncan. Kinston Knueppel. Ben Langbartels. Zavier Zens. And will coach Ryan Walls from Wisconsin Lutheran. Please come forward to receive the team trophy.
There they are, the second year in a row. Wisconsin Lutheran has hoisted the gold ball here at the Kohl Center. Fourth championship in program history, and they did it by hanging in tough at the end of the game, a late steal, and they made the plays when they needed to make them.
Great perseverance. Tremendous play by Zens at the end. Again, number 11 coming in off the bench to play some great defense as he hoists the trophy. Well deserved, playing your part, doing what you need to do to help your team win. What a terrific job. But congrats to Coach Fisher and Marshfield and that whole community. Tremendous toughness. So much to be proud of. Gave them a great, great appearance here again. Lee was awesome. Pohl was great. Hinson struggled a little bit, but showed such toughness playing defense. And congrats to Wisconsin Lutheran. Zens with 19, Green with 11, Knueppel with 9, Mellock with 9 big ones. Every point mattered tonight. Just a terrific tournament. It was great working with you.
Yeah, we're not done yet. Let's take a look at some second half highlights.
Awesome.
You're ready to wrap things up. I'm ready to keep going. Let's keep this party rocking.
Let's roll.
The Marshfield Tigers, 11 made three-pointers, one shy of the record. They needed just one more. They needed to tie the record. But the Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings, they came out and they were committed to that inside game in the second half.
Yes, they were, and it paid off, and just, you know, the play that we'll see, I'm sure, at the end. But Lee was so tough. I mean, look at that tough shot. There he is. I love it.
Little Alan Pierce fathead action and more Green inside.
Green taking the contact. Here's the big play to give him the lead at the end.
Yep, and then the
miss on purpose.
Free throw on purpose. Zavier Zens the rebound, and the gold ball for the Vikings. Scary thing about this team, they're young.
Yeah,
Zavier Zens is a junior, Kager Knueppel a sophomore, Kinston Knueppel a freshman, Riley Walls a sophomore, so they might be back. We'll take a look at our final stats, and that inside points ended up being the difference, 34-18, despite Marshfield shooting 11 of 20 from deep.
Yeah, and like we said, not a lot of free throws in the game. 2 for 3, let them play. 5 for 8. The kids decided the game. Great job. Wisconsin Lutheran did cool off there from 3, but went inside like they needed to, and that was a huge difference in the game. Here are your leading scorers.
Yeah, Landon Lee led the way for all scores, 22. Zavier Zens, 19, none bigger than his final 3 there to put up, or the final 2 to put Wisconsin Lutheran ahead. All right, the Vikings are golden. Let's hear from them. We'll send it over to Nicole Sedevy.
Thanks, Brad. Alex, you have to play in a state championship game to understand the magnitude of it. What did you make of it tonight?
It's truly a blessing to be here, and I know that I want to thank my Lord and Savior for allowing me to be in this position. And I know at the end of the day, win or lose, I'm saved through Christ. So that allows me to come out here, play with a whole bunch of freedom, and have a whole bunch of fun.
Congratulations to you. Zavier, Coach said you've matured to become the #1 guy on this team. Now, I asked you last night after the semifinals, when you reflect back, what will you remember most? But now you're a state champion, so I want your answer now. When you reflect back, what are you going to remember from this weekend?
The state championship, of course. Playing with my guys and my coaches, my team is just awesome. It's so awesome.
Congratulations to both of you. And Coach, you guys are the reigning D2 champs. Now you're moved up to D1, and you guys win it in your first year. Take me through the journey.
Man, I don't know. I'm a little lost for words right now, a little emotional. Again, what a blessing from God that we're able to have this opportunity to even be here. He blesses us win or losses no matter what, but it's a lot more fun when you win, I can tell you that much. So, you know, the journey is with the guys. You know, and you said what will be the best part of this? It's this team. This team is never going to be like this again. We'll move on next year with another team, but this team right here tonight is special. All the work that they put in through the year together, and this is something they'll remember, and they'll be always connected because of this championship.
Well, thank you for sharing the experience with us. Go celebrate, you guys. You're champions. Congratulations to you. Brad, that's a mic drop from the Vikings. All the gold balls are claimed. Take it away.
All right, Nicole, thank you very much. What an incredible day of action. 4 of our 5 championship games decided by 6 points or less. We closed things out with an exciting Wisconsin Lutheran win, and we've awarded all the gold balls we have.
That's all we have. That's it. But what a great message by Coach Walls there. The journey for every team in the state. You go through all the tough times you go through, all the great times you go through. It's not always about that end. It's about that stuff in the middle, that dash, that journey that you have. And just because you didn't win the gold ball doesn't mean you didn't have a great season and learn great lessons with your teammates. And that's what he was talking about.
Well, it has been a pleasure to have all of you on this journey with us. Nate, great to call the game with you. Special shout out to our crew that makes this production possible. And, of course, Alan Pearson, his last year at the helm for us. We sure are going to miss your leadership and guidance. It's been awesome working with you. And it's been awesome having you for this incredible tournament. Thank you so much for joining us. That's going to do it from the Kohl Center. We'll say good night.